This principle of 80/20 is not something some online gurus came on their own, or a misogynistic fact red pillars came up with, as the feminists like to say. It's actually called the Pareto principle, and goes back all the way to the 18th century, when an Italian, Pareto realized 80% of the land was owned by 20% landlords. Men being the disposable gender and women being the landlords, i.e. the ones who choose. This principle is also applicable in the sexual market. The top 20% of the women are the ones who amass the majority of the women. What's more is that these are the men who have absolutely no trouble getting laid or getting beautiful women. But many people complain about this to me too. They're like, you can't make it to the top 20%. You're either born it or you're not. Well, that's just a bunch of crap. The modern world is so sedentary and used to comfort that you will literally have zero issues making it to the top 20%. Just go around and have a look. Imagine you gathered all the people you meet daily in a single room. Just how many people are out there hitting the gym, fixing their diet, building good habits, and working on themselves? Probably not even 50%. Even from that, how many have the mental fortitude and power to get themselves to the top? And then how many of them know the red pill and no game? You'll find that you end up with a few people. Maybe even zero. The fact is only 1% of people you know hit the gym. From that, 0.5% hit it consistently with discipline and effort. And even less, I'd say 0.1% ever have the diet and longevity to maintain it long term. When you go around, you see all these men hitting their mid-20s and getting fat and ugly with zero fashion sense. You start to realize that getting to the top 20% is not impossible at all. But yeah, being born at 20% is a big thing. If you're born rich and handsome, you don't have anything to complain about. Even if you're born with a few issues, but are overall above average and financially sound, getting to the top 20% is a lot easier than for the rest. Does that mean you're going to lie down and die at the bottom of society because you were not born great like them? Is that going to be your legacy? Are you so much of a loser that just because you weren't dealt the best cards, you'd rather quit like a weakling and refuse to act? That's some weak man energy. If you're thinking like that, you really need to grow some balls and man up. Now let's talk about how you can make it to the top 20% of men. The first part is to lift. That is non-negotiable. Lifting is the core part of the red pill and should be your starting point, no matter your condition. Lifting is the number one thing that is going to improve your looks. It is literally a cheat code for men. It is the equivalent of makeup for men, except that it's obtained by hard work and effort to weed out the unworthy and weak men. If you're not hitting the gym at least 5 times a week, ask yourself, what am I really doing? I'm being an idiot by not doing a thing that millions have done before me and showed impressive results. No single person ever started lifting and had no results to show for it. No man ever started lifting and regretted it. It is the number one closest thing to plastic surgery you're going to get, so you better start lifting today. The second part is to stop acting like a boy and start living like a man. That means learning how to dress as a man should. Ditch the pink and graphic tees and get some good boots. Get a couple of leather jackets, some navy sweaters, full sleeve shirts, and a nice watch. What fashion works best for you? For good role models, stop watching the E-boys and find actors in the 60s. Stop looking at Harry Styles and see how Henry Cavill and Brad Pitt dresses up. Living like a man means eating like one. So clean up your diet and stop eating out all the time. Ditch the snacks and sweets and that weed. Stop being an idiot and get some real food. Whole foods with tons of proteins and healthy minerals. Not only are you going to feel better, but it's going to change how you look. They say you are what you eat, and it's the truth. You don't need any of those chemicals, or skincare, or anything. If you are eating the right foods and supplementing your diet with fruits and vegetables, you'll find that your skin clears up, and you feel more energetic and happy every day. Eat like how your ancestors used to eat, because that's what your body is made to digest. Not the oily fast foods and chemical-ridden sweets. The third step, work on your career and start acting right early. I know most of you guys who watch my videos are nearing your 30s, but for the guys in their 20s out there, you need to start now. Start by making a career path for yourself. Find a way to earn money for yourself. Do internships and find mentors for your industry. But whatever you do, start doing it early. Similarly, when you are still young and get a job, start putting money away for your retirement fund. At the same time, you need to be using this age to learn new things about your industry. The great thing about this age is that you are full of energy and have no limit to what you can do. You should build a nice base for yourself that will benefit you when you're old. Not only will you make essential mistakes, but you will create a ton of important relationships. So by the time you are in your late 20s, you're already 10 times ahead of the average college grad who just got done with his incessant partying and drinking. When you've done all you can for your career, it automatically increases your chances of doing successfully, which is another huge factor in getting up to the 20%. Most men have a hard time believing this because they still perceive sexual attraction in a masculine manner. The truth is, female attraction is a lot different. Not all of it is on looks. Ask yourself, would you have sex with a very, very rich, but very ugly woman? No, you won't, but you'll gladly make a poor but sexy woman your girlfriend. In fact, no amount of financial incentive will make a man interested in a woman. Then you see all these rich people absolutely drowning in pussy with almost average looks. That's because women choose their partners a lot differently. That's the power of money. Okay, we covered looks and money. Here's the final piece of the puzzle: having the right ambition and mindset for it. You can work hard and do your workouts and still be a stay-at-home loner that is scared to socialize and talk to a woman. These guys typically get higher in the sexual marketplace, but just end up marrying someone in the end, living the casual, boring life. If you look at the top 20%, the thing that will separate them from your high school pretty boy and the rich daddy's boy is raw ambition. You can almost feel it emanating from them. They are never phased and always prioritize their purpose over everybody else. They are incredibly focused and keep their eye on the big prize, and most of the time, they end up getting it. That's the key that turned men who were born as slaves into emperors and kings. That's how men are born, as nothing came to be great. It happened throughout history, and it still happens now. Most of the millionaires and top Forbes listers are self-made men. Your mindset is the key to success. Now you know how and why of the top 20%. So go out and get it. That's it for today. Hope you like my videos. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you all. Take care.